But what I want you to do is to go through the whole script and score, say the lyric out loud, and figure out where the emphasis wants to be. And then look or listen with your the ear that's in your eye and see where the accent is, and are they lining up? If not, one's got to go. This is not the fault of the lyricist, it's not the fault of the composer, it's where the two of them meet that needs fixing. So you can't say, we have some prosody issues, lyricist, you fix that, that's your problem. Nor can the lyricist say to the composer, well, look, you're the music that's given the accent, you fix it. It's when the two come together. Or conceivably when the lyricist, if the lyricist in the first A section hands a lyric that goes ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dee, but then the next equivalent moment has got some of those that are a little bit backwards. Ba-da-ba-doo-ba-bee-ba-ba-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-dee-bee. It's like the composer can't set one without getting prosody issues in the other. So it's the lyricist's responsibility. If once you've set that, okay, we're going with that, that's the rhythm, then the lyricist needs to shift. Or if the composer goes, you know what, I actually like that more syncopated thing, I'm going to set that, then the lyricist needs to back up and change the first one. They're different, and the composer picks one. It's up to the lyricist to adjust. So, then look at bar 30. The lyric says, I think I know what's happening in life. This seems to be my lot, all right? But the way the music is set is, I think I know what's happening in life, because ning is right smack dab on a very strong downbeat. So you cannot deliver that music in a way that is going to give meaning to the lyric. So that's one of the metrical accent issues. And then we were talking about linear prosody of the meaning encroaching in the previous phrase. Here's an example of that, same phrase. The meaning of the lyric is, I think I know what's happening in life, period. This seems to be my lot, period. I always end up in places without a good Wi-Fi spot, all right? But the way the music is set is, I think I know what's happening in life that seems to be my lot, I always end up in places without a good Wi-Fi spot. Turning the meaning of that impossible, even if it's slower, conversational. If that were up to, if it's slower, conversational freely, then I would deliver that as, I think I know what's happening in life. This seems to be my lot. I always end up in places without a good one. But you've accented, this seems to be my lot. You've got a chord going, it seems to be my lot. So there's all kinds of prosody issues that writing slower conversational doesn't fix. So take a look at that and see if you can repair that. I have my personal aesthetic issues about whether it's funny to slam a bunch of lyrics into a place where they don't actually go, which is how you deliver the joke here of it seems to be my lot. I always end up in places without a good Wi-Fi spot. That's not incorrect. It's not my aesthetic. I would prefer to have a lyric which lands a little more precisely than that. And I also, a Wi-Fi hotspot. Oh, well, that's a separate issue because you've got, with a good Wi-Fi hotspot rhymes with schmotspot, as opposed to, in order to make the rhyme work, I have to pronounce this without a good Wi-Fi hotspot. Hotspot rhymes with be my lot, but you can't pronounce it hotspot and have it mean anything. So I would look at that chunk in there and work together to just as an exercise. Take those 4 bars and pass it back and forth and see who's moving what where, the lyricist and the composer. Bar 40. The lyric is, Peter, I wouldn't be so rash. But the way it's set is, Peter, I wouldn't be so rash. So the word be is getting an accent that doesn't, I can't accent the word be and get any meaning out of that. Look at bar 52. After all, it's not that frightening it's just World Wide Web turbulence. But the way you've said it is, it's just World Wide Web, which is just, I can't deliver that line. It's just World Wide Web. You've said it as, it's just World Wide Web. So the word wide is smashed in there, World Wide Web. And then here's an example of broken linear prosody. What you mean is, it's just World Wide Web turbulence. If I were to give that to Ross to set, undoubtedly he would get an accent on the word World Wide Web turbulence and not have a gap between web and turbulence. It would be set, I don't know, I'm not suggesting it's regular. It doesn't have to be World Wide Web turbulence. It could be World Wide Web turbulence, but each one needs some room and an accent. You can't ignore any one of those three. Just going to give two more examples. Oh, that was two of them right there. So just one more example is bar 81. What's that? The lyric is, a search engine crash could be exciting. So Peter, I wouldn't panic just yet, but the way you said it is, a search engine crash could be exciting. So you've got be on an accent, and then you've got, so Peter, broken, it's linear prosody encroaching on the previous lyric. Could be exciting, so Peter. I would venture to say that a good percentage of your lyrics have that kind of prosody issue, and the fix, guys, is to say the lyric out loud. Forget the way it's set. Say the lyric out loud and literally mark the accents. There's an accent here, here, and here, and then figure out those things which are not accented. Are they getting accents? And if so, why? And adjust one or the other. And I would do that for the whole score. It's a bit tedious. It'll take you 3 days to do that. But in a show which is dependent, as this show is, on cleverness and jokes and landing meaning, you've got to have the prosody support your jokes. I swear to you, your show will be, I'm going to make up a number, but 30% funnier to the audience if the prosody is fixed. They will laugh stronger, they'll be more with you, they'll be clearer on your story if they're not fighting, wait, what did he say? Yeah, be that in a world web. It's like, oh, I'm just fighting. It's like, I give up. It's just too much work.